So, a little bit on a serious note, right? Because I've been talking about high frequency, low frequency, and manifestation, and self doubt, and self love a lot. But here's the thing with that is that it's not per se only high, there's a low. There's a low in the beauty, in the happiness, and it's life to itself. Emotions goes up and down, and our happiness goes and comes and leaves, and everything comes with it. Life to itself is beautiful because we have all these emotions. It is when we are in peace with the emotions. That's when life to itself can just happen. It can unfold. And the Buddha said, out of the mud comes a lotus. Out of suffering comes enlightenment, beauty. Because suffering to itself is lessons. It's a lesson to become better, to become this beautiful flower, the lotus, so that it doesn't have to suffer as greatly as it used to be. And that's coming from hell to heaven. And how to stay in heaven is to stay in a frequency. Like, it's not per se that we go all the way to the bottom. Sometimes it depends on where your lesson is. If your lesson is to be in this low frequency drama, fights, conflict, because that's what duality is. It's hell, and heaven is in non-duality, because you learn how to really communicate in a way that is loving, because you understand it's all a lesson. In hell, it's a problem. In heaven, it's a lesson. You see, the mind can shift. It can become very positive if you change your understanding of there's always a higher truth to something. So the higher it is, the more positive it is, the better it becomes. But if it's very low, if it's very, I can't, I don't know, I'm a victim, then it becomes low because you can't get out, still stuck in the mud. And sometimes we need a little bit more of that friction, of that pain, to at one point just to say, no more, I have to step out. And that is when it can start growing again into that flower. So we need the suffering in order for us to grow out. And then out of that suffering comes a new understanding, is how can I grow out of love instead of out of pain, out of hate, out of anger. And that is a beautiful journey to itself. That was the end of this conversation. That was the end of this explanation. So thank you very much for listening. And if you like my content, follow, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you really want to really support me in this dream, buy me a coffee.